We really need to have an honest conversation about McDonald's baby daddy as well as McDonald's baby mother. Good evening. I'm back with another upload, and I had to do this about McDonald's baby daddy and baby mother. So I saw this video, okay? I saw this finally, and I'm going to give my take on this. And I'm going to read it first from Black Enterprise, and then I'm going to give you my take on this, because I think that this is something that not just we as a community talk about in terms of being adults, but I think that children, at least from the age of 13, need to watch this video. And I'm going to explain. So it reads, I went to college with this girl. Jocelyn Johnson wrote this. It reads, upset baby mama exposes baby daddy for buying McDonald's for her son and not her other kids. An upset baby mama sparked debate across social media when she decided to expose her baby daddy for buying McDonald's for his son, but not her other 3 kids. A video initially posted to TikTok but shared across social media shows the unidentified baby mama recording while venting about her baby daddy, who was arriving with food. Neither of their faces are visible in the 4-minute exchange, but the heated conversation was enough to get everyone talking. My baby daddy come here with 1 effing meal for my child, but I have 3 other kids, she angrily explains. We have 1 kid together, but he only wants to come and bring 1 thing from McDonald's. But what about my other kids? So the baby daddy approaches the front door. She points at the food, telling him it doesn't look like there's enough McDonald's for all of her children. What about my other kids? The woman asks. What about your other kids? The baby daddy shouts back. They ain't my kids. His response only added fuel to the fire, prompting his baby mama to continue shouting and berating him while filming. She also reminds him that she doesn't receive food stamps until the 11th. But them your kids' siblings, though, she said in response. So my other kids fitting are about to be left out. My baby daddy tries to explain with his baby mama explaining to her that he is only focused on feeding his son and isn't responsible for her other children since they're not his. Where are their daddies? The man questions at one point. You have the other kids. They are your responsibility. In the middle of the continued bickering, the baby mama reminds her baby daddy that he knew what he was signing up for by impregnating her when she already had other kids. You knew what you were getting into when you had a baby with me, she said. In the end, the baby mama grabs the food out of her baby daddy's hands and throws it on the ground. The heated exchange sparked debate on social media, with mixed reactions on which parent was in the wrong. Where is their daddy? One Twitter user wrote. Sounds like someone needs to learn how to spend their food stamps wisely, added someone else. While many understood the baby daddy's stance, one user also questioned why he didn't just take the child out to lunch instead of allowing him to eat food in front of his siblings. And I'm going to get to that. They are both wrong. Both of them are wrong. And I'm going to explain to you why. First of all, the first person that was wrong was the baby daddy. Okay? And this is why. You knew she had 3 kids. And whether she had them by only 1 man, 2 men, or 3 men, you should have never, ever, ever, ever gotten pregnant with her if you were not going to take on the responsibility and you knew you didn't want to of dealing with and taking care of the other 3 children. You should have told her, listen, I can't do this because you have 3 other kids. But if y'all really were in love or y'all was really in like, you should have told her, listen, there are some rules. I'm not raising your kids. I'm dating you, but your children, I'm not taking care of them. Unless it comes to where I want to marry you, that's a different story. Because if you decided to marry her, then you got to take care of the kids because those are your stepkids. But he does not have an obligation to his kids, to those kids, because he's not their father, nor is he their stepfather. His only obligation is to the child that he had with her, okay? What he should have did is took the child out to eat. Took the child to McDonald's. And that could have saved all the commotion. But here's the problem. And this is where she's in the wrong. You were having these children and you couldn't take care of them. They're on the county. Now you have 4. You saw this man was not trying to be a father. You knew that. He wasn't trying to be a father to kids, but you was looking for someone to help you raise those kids. So what you did, more than likely, you locked him down. And he had and conceived with you baby number 4. So you thought that by this man, who I think probably has a decent job or he has money, you took his kindness for weakness and you got pregnant and you assumed that he was going to raise those 3 kids along with the new one that was his. And he didn't. And you probably tried to persuade him because, like you said, he always does this every time. And you kept telling him that it's not right. And he keeps telling you, I am not their father. Get their father. Okay? But see, this is where I fought her more than him. When she took the food, she could have just said, okay, you know what? I'm going to give the food to the kid. You threw it on the ground. Instead of just, paying him back like, here, I'm going to give you your money back and I'm going to throw the food away. Because McDonald's as a whole is not healthy. I don't know why you would want all your kids or any of your kids to eat McDonald's. If that's the case, I'd rather it be Wendy's or Burger King or something like that. I mean, if you want to do fast food, why would you do, or Subway, why would you go to have your kids eat at McDonald's? It ain't McDonald's from the 80s and 90s. And then you telling these people while you filming, I don't get my food stamps until the 11th. That's embarrassing. If you couldn't take care of the first 2, I'm going to say this, why would you keep having babies? And the county is going to want to know, why do you have a man in the home that is buying McDonald's for your kid when you on public assistance? Because a lot of them states are not as liberal as New York. Because if you want a county, you're not supposed to be eating none of that stuff because you can't afford it because you want a county. So they're going to be looking at her like she put her business out there like that. She just kept it private. But my advice to her, you need to stop having kids. You need to just focus on yourself. Go back to school, get a trade so that you can buy your kids McDonald's. So that you can basically do for your children and do a lot for them. And if he's a good father, he said he's a good father. He takes care of his kids. But you want him to take care of all your kids, and that's not his obligation. But this is why, women, you do not have children with any type of man. You need to study him. Because I'm sure he told her and gave her hints about the fact that he's not obligated to take care of the kids and had that one child and prove to her, this is how your baby daddies should have been taking care of all your kids. All your kids should be taking care of his children. And my thing is, if he's taking care of his biological child, kudos to him, because that's his child. The other 3 are not. And that's something that's a hard pill to swallow. But this is why it's best to have children while you're in, if not a legalized marriage, at least like a common law. Because that way, you know what you're getting yourself into. And you know that you're not just having transient men coming in and out of your life and your children's lives as well. Because the only ones that really are hurt and get hurt are the children. And with that being said, it's your girl, Miss Analytical. I'm signing off. Thank you for listening. Please share, comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell as well to receive future uploads. And I'm signing out. Later, and have a good, great 4th of July weekend.